What's up, guys? So Fuller with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. So in this video, man, I want to talk about something a little bit political. You know, Fuller Sports is usually about sports most of the time, but sometimes we touch on different social issues, you know, with Fuller Sports. So in these videos, man, sometimes you may get the unexpected. And in this video, man, I kind of want to talk about a country that is basically the poster boy for hypocrisy. Now, in Saudi Arabia, man, I was reading something that was kind of interesting to me, and I was like, okay, well, you know, that's pretty crazy, you know, if they are to do this. But the women in Saudi Arabia, man, they are marginalized. They are basically driven to a point where they want to renounce the faith of Islam. They are driven to a point where they want to run away, you know. And this is mostly due to the fact that, you know, they are not really given the necessary rights. Now, the thing is this. I understand there are cultural customs that are in place. Okay? But when those cultural customs are actually harmful to the society, then that thing needs to stop, bro. If it's not benefiting the society and not progressing the society, then that social custom needs to stop, man. So, I mean, in Saudi Arabia, man, you have women who are just now learning how to drive because they did not let women drive. They did not want women to drive. You know, that's just the reality of the whole situation, you know. And so when I read this report, you know, I mean, I can't remember her name, but, you know, you have a couple of Saudi Arabian women who went to go seek asylum. I think one went to Australia, and then the other one went to Canada. Now, granted, I don't know what they did. I don't know, you know, I don't know what they were like doing as far as, you know, if they were trying to exercise too much freedom or not. I really don't know the case, but the fact of the matter is the fact that they feared for their lives in returning, and they asked for asylum and to keep asylum tells you a lot about what goes on there. You know, the thing is, and I'm not an apologetic person or apologist or anything like that, but the thing is, according to like Islamic law, a woman actually has more rights than a man. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, even in a household, if you really want to get technical, if you really want to get like technical to the bottom line, a woman is not obligated to cook. A woman is not obligated to clean. A woman is not obligated to work. Okay? A woman can also take her husband's money if she is not maintained or looked after for the basic necessities, such as food, such as clothing, and things of that nature. So, for them to claim that they are a Muslim country, for them to claim that they are the example, the beacon of Islam, is like very, very much hypocrisy. Those dudes, I mean, those dudes, like, you can't even say that they are really on point with what they say they follow. They really are not. You know, there is no balance whatsoever. Another thing, if a woman does decide to work, she gets to keep the money. That's her money. She don't have to give it to the husband. You know, that's her personal money. She can do whatever she pleases with that money. But the problem is, they really don't want women working in that society. They really don't. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but like the way they treat their women, man, like it gives these would-be feminists in this country all the ammo they need. You know, and they send the wrong way of feminism out. And that's the issue. And you know, the problem is, once these women over there get wind of it, they're going to think that, you know, they're he-men and stuff like that, for the simple fact that they weren't given their basic rights. You know? And another thing, human rights abuses in Saudi Arabia. Like, you know, people want to claim, like, you know, like United States, you know, they claim that they are the champions of human rights, right? I mean, this is basically utter BS. Because in Saudi Arabia, I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but you can get your head cut off for basically, you can basically end up decapitated based off of accusations without having any solid evidence. You can end up decapitated for defending yourself. For example, I'm sorry to say it, and this hurts me a lot, man. This hurts me so much. But a lot, because of our African governments, you know, this is the downside. Because of our mismanagement of resources, you have Africans going to Saudi Arabia and working as housemaids. And under that system, man, they basically take their passport and make them basically what you call a house slave. And let's say if the master gets frisky and wants to rape their help, if that help defends herself, right, and kills the master for defending herself, guess what? She's the one that's going to get executed. You know? And man, this has been a long time coming, but I didn't really want to say anything, but now I'm saying something, because like when I saw this, you know, when I saw this article about the women, I really said to myself, like, I mean, I guess they're finally like sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. Because like at the end of the day, the bad thing is, this is the bad thing about Saudi Arabia and the United States being in cahoots with each other. And this is the bad thing about Saudi Arabia and these African governments being in cahoots with each other, is that they get to export that same ideology that they have in their country, that's not working, by the way, to places in Africa and things like that. So now you have like women in Africa, you know, thank God it hasn't hit my village, but you have women in certain parts of Africa who feel that they can't wear bright colors, who feel that they can't like paint their nails, who feel that they can't do their hair in elaborate hairstyles, who feel these kind of ways, because guess what? Saudi Arabia is pumping money into, you know, their ideology spreading. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's taking root in California and different parts of the United States as well. You know, don't let it fool you. They're pumping money into bring it in here. And the problem is the United States lets them, you know. And I'm just wondering, like, when is the United States going to cut ties with these guys, dude? Seriously. I don't give a crap if you're getting cheap petrol from them, bruh. The consequences of that outweigh the benefit. Seriously. And then you have them, they'll all say, you know, their mission in Libya is a how should I say it? Is a like peacekeeping mission, that they have to bomb these Yemenis because of the simple fact that, you know, these rebels are threatening them, this, that, and the other, and that's not the case at all. Okay? That is not the case. I'm letting you know that right now. Alright? It's BS. Utter BS. What it is about is about natural resources, and it's about getting some more oil. That's what it's about. You got to follow the dollar signs. You know, of course, they're quick to call everybody a kafir, you know, that doesn't agree with them. You know, and basically a kafir means someone who covers up the truth, or someone who basically disbelieves in their religion, basically. You know, so they call their fellow Muslims kafirs, right? Not knowing that, you know, they're bombing people who basically worship the same way that they worship. And yeah, that's basically how it works, you know. And the United States, that's the thing, you know, that, you know, Mr. Trump, those are his friends. You know, those are his friends over there. And the thing is, I mean, if these women do that, that means the women are more bold than the men in Saudi Arabia, bro. You know, because a lot of these men over there, they just kind of accept the order of the day, man. You know? And I don't get why. You know, I do not get why. But, I mean, let's do a little brief history about how Saudi Arabia was created. Anyway, Saudi Arabia is a product of basically the British, as is colonialization in general, is a product of European influx into Africa. You know, the Europeans made these states up. Before Europe, there was no Nigeria. Before Europe, before the Europeans came, there was no Mali. There was no Guinea. There was none of that. You know, there was just kingdom states. You know, you had different kingdom states like Benin, Songhai, Sokoto, Fututoro, Futujolo. And, you know, that's how basically it came. But then after that, you know, Europe decided that they want to consolidate everything, man. And that's the same thing that happened in Saudi Arabia, man. You didn't have a place called Saudi Arabia. You just had the Arab Gulf. You know? Now, I don't know if these they did have the name, like, for example, Yemen. You know, they did have it, but I think they just view Yemen as Southern Arabia. I don't know if they even called it back there Yemen before, like, the British came. But once the British came, man, there was a guy who was named Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahab, okay? That dude thought he was a reformist, and he saw, like, he basically people were embracing the spiritual aspect of Islam, like the spirituality aspect, in a deeper, heavy way, and he didn't like that. So what he did is he became violent and terrorized a lot of people who were doing these practices, you know? And he just added a rigid version of fundamental Islam, you know. Now, granted, you know, he left a little bit of spirituality there, just a little, but not that much. Not that much at all. It was pretty much gone when he came into the scene. And then there was another guy, basically. His name was Ibn Saud. And basically, Ibn Saud, he was power hungry. He wanted to control the peninsula. So what he said to Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, he said, yo, you help me get power, I'll make your ideology the state religion. So Ibn Abdul Wahhab said, bet. Right? But then, because of the legacy of colonialism, the British stepped in. And they say, you know what? How about we speed up this process? You let us set up things for war over there, where you are. You let us benefit off of your resources. Then we'll help you stay in power. We'll help you create a monarchy, right? So, of course, they said, bet, you know, no problem. So, that's how Saudi Arabia was created, you know? That's indeed how Saudi Arabia came to be what it is. And the British and the other Westerners never ceased to stop their affairs in there, you know? And, you know, the two holy places are there, but, and, you know, they're very holy places, but the problem is the custodians of those holy places are very corrupted, man. Very, very corrupted. You know, if they were really following Islam, they wouldn't even be in cahoots with America. They would not be in cahoots with any European country. They would not be in cahoots with Israel like they are. They wouldn't be doing that. They would be a self-determined, autonomous state with their own set of rules that ensures freedom, liberty, and basically the right to earn a decent living no matter where you come from, and the right to be in politics no matter what. Not just based off of the fact if you're part of the royal family, part of the Saud family. Not based on that, you know. But I'm just going to end on this note, man. That thing, I don't know if it's going to happen, but regime change does need to happen there, bro. I know it's not my country and stuff like that, but I have, like, you know, some distant relatives who are studying there, you know, from Africa, and, you know, they say the same thing, man, that, like, you know, reform needs to be made in that country and how it's ran, you know. They need to change the order of the day. And so I'm thinking to myself, these women are going to be, hopefully, a chance for that thing to take place, a chance for a change, for a legitimate change to actually happen in that country, you know. And, you know, that's all I really got for now, guys. Leave your thoughts. I mean, I'm here just trying to speak from a practical point of view. And basically, there's a lot of things that need to be done over there. And I don't know, maybe we're going to see them get done. You know, I I don't know if it's going to be very hard to break the monarchy that they have there, but maybe perhaps we'll see the monarchy gone. You know, we'll see it gone, because no matter what, man, I'm just gonna say this, man. They you know, people are getting rounded up for speaking out over there, man. You know, people are getting like rounded up for criticizing that government. So I think that like a collective group of people need to do it, like the masses. And that's one more thing I want to mention. You know, I said I was going to go, but forgive me for taking too long. Saudi Arabia hates other so-called Arabs as well. You know, they hate Palestinians. But the one that made me upset the most, this is the one that pissed me the hell off the most, is when they stopped Islamic socialism / Pan-Africanism in Libya. Gaddafi, okay, he even said at UN press conferences to Saudi Arabia's face, he said, you guys are puppets. You guys are on the leash of the United States and Israel. You guys do what the bidding of the United States and Israel. You guys don't think for yourselves. He said that, right? Now, granted, Gaddafi, he wanted to he called Libya the Libyan Arab Socialist Jamahiriya. And basically what that translates to is a state for the masses. Basically, he was doing a personal people democracy, where basically committees, tribal confederations would have their own say in certain matters, okay? And then those matters would be either approved or disapproved by him. Most of the time they were approved because he was just the overseer of these things, okay? I mean, Gaddafi, what he did, he helped, he was open to help others in other African states as well. You know, get started on certain projects, get started to make them like self-sufficient. He really didn't desire to like build debt, because he already knew there was a lot of debt in Africa. Libya was the only debt-free African country, you know. So, because he wanted to like have a dinar and one gold currency in Africa, the United States, good old United States, they took him out. Because imagine, if the resources of Africa are tied to that solid gold, and all they're using is paper money because they lack gold, guess what? The economy changes. And instead of Saudi Arabia helping their Arab brother in this, they aided in the destruction of this. And so they went ahead and they financed the so-called rebels, which were really just terrorists, you know, and some of those terrorists had Saudi nationality and were just looking for a thrill. And so they went over there, man, and they destabilized that country, butchered Gaddafi. Now you have, unfortunately, blacks that got butchered, got sodomized, got cut up. Whole villages of it happened. Basically at the hands of the United States and Saudi Arabia. And they claim that, you know, Islam, that you know, they're Muslim brothers. These are our Muslim brothers, this, that, and the other. You know, we help our Muslim brothers, but it's complete bullshit. I'm letting you know right now. Complete, utter bullshit. But, man, that's all I got for now, man. Leave your thoughts, man. Let me know what you think about these women finally saying enough's enough in Saudi Arabia. and let me know if you think it's going to actually add to legitimate change. Now, I do want to mention something else. I'm sorry, I keep on remembering different things. Saudi Arabia, a long time ago, destabilized an African state. And, you know, granted, I have family in Nigeria, although they're not originally from Nigeria. They're a little bit further west from Nigeria. But anyhow, I have family who works and does business in Nigeria. There was a time in Nigeria when the Naira was worth more than the U.S. dollar, when the going was good in Nigeria, because you had a government that was working tirelessly against corruption and tirelessly against people who were doing that, who were looting money. In fact, they chased those looters to different countries. And so one military strongman, you know, they sent him, he was doing his pilgrimage as a Muslim. He was taking his Hajj, right? What the United States did is they said to Saudi Arabia, tried to keep him there, tried to get him to live there so we can help overthrow this government, the Nigerian government, so it can benefit us more than it does actually Nigeria itself. So what happened is Saudi Arabia tried to do that. They said, you know, why go back to Nigeria? You can have a house here. You can have, you know, a servant here. You can have a good life here. We can set you up where you don't have to work here. This, that, and the other. But this Nigerian was such a patriot of his country that he's like, you know, no, thank you. I have, there's so many issues that need to be dealt with at home that I really can't do this. I really can't take you up on your offer, right? So once he got back home, unfortunately, it was too late. They did the coup d'etat, and that government was overthrown, and the next government just looted the hell out of that country, and now you have all that money in these U.S. and Swiss and British banks because of it. You know, because the United States could not stand to see an African country actually on the up, actually going up. And the same thing, you know, Saudi Arabia, although Nigeria didn't do crap to Saudi Arabia, it still was good. It still had no problem in taking part in playing in the affairs of that country, man. And that's why you still have Nigeria effed up to this day. But man, that's all I got for now. This is me really signing off once and for all. Leave your thoughts and leave your comments. And I'm off until the next one. On Jaram.